Hello everyone, I'm Dark Black One, the channel for progressive black intelligence, black first, fact first. In this video, I will be talking about the former Minnesota officer Mohamed Noor's case and how the media is more powerful than racist police departments. If this is your first time visiting this channel, please hit the subscribe button below. What do you think? If you agree or disagree with that statement, please leave a comment below and give your thoughts. The media is the most powerful entity on earth. They have the power to make the innocent guilty and to make the guilty innocent. And that's power because they control the minds of the masses. Malcolm X. On July 15, 2017, Justine Rudgick, also known as Justine Damon, a 40-year-old Australian-American woman, was shot and killed by Mohamed Noor, a Somali-American Minneapolis Police Department officer, after she had called 911 to report the possible assault of a woman in an alley behind her house. Noor was ultimately arrested and charged with second-degree manslaughter and third-degree murder following an 8-month investigation by the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension and the Hennepin County Attorney's Office. An application for a search warrant to search the alley where the shooting occurred, referring to the shooting incident, stated, "Upon police arrival, a female slaps the back of the patrol squad. After that, it is unknown to BCA agents what exactly happened, but the female became deceased in the alley. Among items collected were fingerprints from the rear cargo door window of the squad car." Hours after the shooting, Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension investigators controversially obtained a second search warrant and carried out a search of Damon's home for evidence, including bodily fluids, controlled substances, and writings. They did not take anything from the property. Noor has so far refused to speak with investigators and has retained a private attorney. Noor and Harity are on paid administrative leave. What is a controlled substance? A controlled substance is generally a drug or chemical whose manufacture, possession, or use is regulated by a government, such as illicitly used drugs or prescription medications that are designated by law. What kind of controlled substances did they find in her home? Allegedly Ambien, but I have no clue. But more will be revealed during the case. Remember this part, because I will return to the controlled substance issue later on. When Justine Damon was murdered, there was cause for swift and immediate action. There was no Blue Lives Matter crowd backing Mohamed Noor, and the Australian Prime Minister, Malcolm Turnbull, had even got involved. Here's a quote from him. "We are demanding answers on behalf of her family. It's truly a tragic killing there in Minneapolis. Something clearly went tragically wrong. It seems inexplicable. It's a tragic loss." Even the police chief took a public stance standing against Mohamed Noor and condemning her own officer. On July 20th, 2017, Minneapolis Chief of Police Janae Harto returned from a vacation and told a press conference Justine didn't have to die. Harto said, "I would prefer Officer Noor would speak." The next day, Harto resigned as police chief at the request of Mayor Betsy Hodges, who said she had lost confidence in the chief's ability to lead, and that Harto had lost the confidence of the people of Minneapolis as well. Harto was subsequently awarded the national title of Women Law Enforcement Executive of the Year on August 3rd, 2017. When the Philando Castile shooting happened, there was little to no sympathy from the media. A picture on social media was being circulated of Philando Castile wearing a blue shirt. Conservatives on social media wrongfully claimed he was a Crip. He was being demonized and dragged for carrying a gun, and many NRA enthusiasts were silent about his Second Amendment rights. They fell into the conspiracies that he was a Crip and deserved to die because he smelled like marijuana. Him being shot down on Facebook Live for the entire world to see proved that he was compliant the entire time, but still murdered in cold blood in front of his young stepchild. The murder was not deemed senseless, and white media weren't maligning the cop who killed him. The officer who fatally shot Philando Castile during a traffic stop last year told investigators that the smell of burnt marijuana in Castile's car made him feel like his life was in danger. "I thought I was going to die," Officer Geronimo Yanez told investigators from the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension 15 hours after the shooting. And I thought if he has the guts and the audacity to smoke marijuana in front of the 5-year-old girl and risk her lungs and risk her life by giving her secondhand smoke, and the front seat passenger doing the same thing, then what? What care does he give about me? And I let off the rounds, and then after the rounds were off, the little girls was screaming. As weak as this argument was, Officer Geronimo Yanez was acquitted of murder and walked free. I highly doubt that his officer gets off and walks free. The judge allowed prosecutors to add an additional charge of intentional murder in regards to the Justine Damon murder. Remember, I told you to remember controlled substance. Marijuana is classified as a controlled substance. In Justine Damon's house, there was a controlled substance revealed during a house warrant search. Media hasn't given full details as to what this controlled substance is, but maybe this information will be revealed during the case. Another thing is that she slapped the police squad car before being shot. Was she under the influence of any controlled substance? If Philando Castile's death was justified due to being high off of marijuana, could she have been under the influence of some controlled substance? If someone slapped the back of your vehicle in a dark alley, wouldn't you fear for your life? Media is a global system that works with a bias in mind to convince the public. There are news stories published internationally that are meant to diabolize Noor, even bringing up his Muslim religious beliefs to insinuate there were other motives behind her murder. Type in Muslim cop in the Google search bar and his name and picture is the first to pop up. Never think that the police department is more powerful than the media. The media can sway the jurors in the case to a guilty or non-guilty verdict. Understand how groupthink works. If you are a juror and you are part of the minority who believes that a suspect is guilty or non-guilty, these trial deliberations can last for hours and hours until one person gives in and goes with the majority. Even with strong evidence being presented, a cop can walk free with the right media narrative and bias toward defending law enforcement no matter what. To solve this problem of bias in media, you need more Black first-minded YouTube channels or Black media outlets that are focused on legitimate arguments in favor of victims that are Black and unarmed, or Black and compliant with law enforcement. You need more Black jurors with a conscious Black first mindset to be participating in these cases. The objective of these Black outlets should be to wake up confused victims of white supremacy and bring forth a mindset of justice. Ladies and gentlemen, if you appreciated this video and felt something I said resonated with your spirit, please do me a favor by sharing my video on any of your favorite social media platforms and hitting that like button. If you agree or you disagree, please leave a comment below. Dark Black One is a channel dedicated to progressive Black intelligence. Black first, fact first. If you are new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button below for more content like this in the future.